Welcome to Living Vividly, the podcast where health, wellness, and curiosity collide. I'm Jackie, the founder of Vivid Health and Wellness, your guide on this journey to living your happiest and healthiest life.
My co-host Daphne, the unconventional dietitian, is always ready to shake things up and bring a fresh perspective to your wellness journey. And we can't forget Dustin, our producer, who keeps everything running smoothly behind the scenes. Together, we'll chat with health and wellness experts along with everyday people who have inspiring stories and practical insights to share. If you're ready to nourish your body, move better, and discover simple ways to thrive, you're in the right place. And hey, if you enjoyed today's conversation, don't forget to leave us a comment sharing your thoughts, and subscribe so you never miss an episode.
So today we are joined by Tanya Feucht with Pure Barre, Lafayette, one of my favorite places.
It's my happy place too.
We are so excited to get to know you and learn all about Pure Barre.
Thanks for having us, or me and the frog in my pocket apparently.
So let's talk about Pure Barre. How is it different from any other workout?
So Pure Barre is a low impact workout. It works primarily your core format and form. So what I mean by that is that we focus a lot on posture. We focus a lot on engaging the correct muscles and working so that you get the best possible exercise with as many possible muscles at the same time, and keeping it very controlled so that we can make sure we protect your body.
So it was born out of ballet, is that right?
It is. It's kind of, we like to say if ballet, yoga, and Pilates all had a baby, you would have Pure Barre.
So you do these little isometric movements. So can you explain what that?
Well, we have 4 different formats, so we can kind of hit across the board anything that you're looking to work. For example, we have classic, which is the bread and butter. It's kind of where we started. That's for fine toning. It's a lot of small muscle groups. You will find muscles that you didn't know you had. And that again is centered all around your form for first and foremost. So we have you work where we engage the muscles, and then we work in these small controlled positions where we get your body to start to really fatigue that muscle, and then we'll stretch you out. So it kind of elongates your muscles. And from the very beginning until the very end, your core has got to be that strong center. So we work there, and we're gentle on your joints. So for people who are tired of the HIIT classes and they've been hurt from the HIIT classes and things like that, we're kind of the polar opposite, where you get your heart rate high and you sweat and you burn some calories, but you do it in a very more controlled way. So that's classic, isolation and definition. Then we have Empower. I taught that this morning. I was really hoping Jackie would come to it, but she couldn't. That is 45 minutes, 47 if I'm teaching it. And it is it's still low impact, but you have a lot more cardio challenges. So it's a lot faster, less stretching, more constant working. We will do kind of cardio sprints, where we'll get your heart rate really, really, really high, and then we'll switch. So it keeps your heart rate high, so we call that a cardio class. Then we have what we've launched about a year and a half ago, maybe, which is Define. It's a heavy lifting class. It's different from like your body pump, where you're looking for all the reps. We work with control. We work with time over tension, and you pick your weights. We set you up with it, and you move at the pace that feels right for your body.
That's what I was going to ask. What kind of equipment do you use for each of these classes?
So the Define class, we have just hand weights. We can work with a platform. We can work with a slider. We can work with weighted tubes. It just depends on what we're doing.
Okay.
So you've got all kinds of different options to work wherever you are based in your strength.
Okay.
And then the last class that we have is relatively new, I'd say within the last 3 years. It's Align. It's a little bit more yoga based, but not yoga. And we stretch while we work. So it's a little bit of a lower paced, tags into your core so hard because you have to control things, and it's a little bit slower. That works a lot with balance as well.
So when it comes to bar, like ballet bar is like the bar that they stretch on and do the plies next to and stuff. Do y'all use that at all? Or is that just...
All the time.
Okay.
All the time. And we can use it to stretch on. We can use it to pull off of. We can use it for support and stabilization. So it just depends on which class you're doing it. But I personally have never taught a class where you didn't use it at least half of the class. So it is there for it.
Keeps you from falling over.
It does.
In my case. It's so
crazy because like from an outsider who's just looking at a Pure Barre class, most of the time, you're moving so little that it looks deceivingly easy.
Oh, yeah.
I brought my husband a couple years ago, and it was one of the hardest workouts he's ever had because you just stay in these positions for so long.
Yes.
And like you said, fatigue your muscles. Definitely.
Oh, you'll shake during the class. One of the things that's a little bit unique about Pure Barre is that the instructors don't take the class with you. We set you up, we get you all sorted, and then we walk out. We walk around the class. So it's nothing for me to challenge you or to adjust you or to help you understand the position a little bit more. So you get this personal training aspect to it. And when I said in the beginning that we're focused on your form, we're there for it. We're there to help you stay there. And if you start to look funny from our perspective, we'll be right at you telling you what we need to kind of help and work on. And then we always have time after class if there was something that you didn't understand or something that you just weren't understanding that I was trying to give to you. We'll work with you after, just so that you can be in your best form with whatever you're doing.
I can definitely say that. I've been to a few classes. I'd say minimum of 5 classes. And I'm more of a like dumbbells, heavy lifting, because that's what I'm used to. That's what I've always done. So I got into one of the classes. I don't even know which one. It probably wasn't the classic because I would have probably not wanted to do that. So it was probably something that was more like resistance based. And just like you said, I was like, well, this is not hard until I'm doing the same thing for like a minute and moving the very small muscle. And it was very, very fatiguing. So it's, rather than focusing on the major muscles, it's a lot more of those stabilizing muscles, kind of like what we talked about with Pilates, those stabilizing muscles that I think from my perspective, being I say heavy lifter, I'm not like lifting like huge stuff, but what feels very heavy to me, to switch it to something that is, I go and I may pick up like 5 or 10 pound dumbbell, and I'm thinking, oh, this is like a quarter of what I would normally do, but you're doing the same movement over and over and over. And so it's definitely a challenge.
Yes.
It's just challenging in a different way.
It is. And it goes to something that you're used to. And you said that you kind of defer to what feels like what you're used to.
Right.
And so you know it and your body knows it. So the thing about the different formats and why so many of our clients cross-train throughout the 4 formats, because it's going to confuse your body. You're going to have to work a little bit harder. And the thing that works the whole time, no matter what class you're in, is your core and your form. So going forward in your life, even if you use Pure Barre for fill-in classes, you're primarily, you like weightlifting at the gym, to come in and throw the Pure Barre classes in, the only thing it's going to do is assist you and make you stronger, because it helps with, how do I keep my shoulders down? How do I engage this part of my body? How do I keep that control? So it benefits everybody at whatever they're doing. Even if you have a baby and you're lifting the baby, pregnancy, we can't even get started on how great this is to prep you for actual carrying your baby, delivering your baby, and postpartum. It just does all of the beautiful things to help you have a nice, very functioning, strong lifestyle.
I can't tell you how many times I'll think to myself, all right, tuck your hips. Just like because I have a sway back and I'm all messed up down there. But like all the time, I'm just like pushing my hips forward because every time I'm in a class with you guys, you're like, tuck your hips.
And it'll engage a secondary muscle system to hold your posture well. So it just kind of benefits everything. Standing in line at the grocery, it pains my soul to see how people stand. They'll cock a hip out, or it's terrible for your body. And I really find myself wanting to go and fix them. Like, can we just do this and this? And you can't touch random people.
Right.
Or you'll get in trouble. Yeah. I mean, there's laws against it. So I do have to control myself, but I almost have to close my eyes sometimes and think, if I could just help them to learn how to hold their body mechanics, it would just benefit everything.
Let's talk about the core, because oftentimes it used to be referred to as abs. I mean, that's what we used to call like our core we thought of as just our abs. But when we're talking about core in this, I mean, I guess in all instances, but we're really talking about like not just the abs, but engaging the postural muscles in your back. So tell us a little bit more about, like, describe to us what the core means.
To me, the core can involve the front, your lower abs, and then right at your, like almost like a corset. Like if you had a corset on, that is what we target. So you've got side abs, your obliques, you got them in your back. We focus on those. And of course you have them in the front and then different layers. So the corset is really what we refer to. And we do all kinds of different exercises in order to strengthen them. So the tuck that Jackie was talking about, it's a heavy tailbone or a neutral spine. It's engaging your lower abs to neutralize your spine so that you use the muscles that you're targeting as opposed to swaying your back and changing where your body mechanics are to work more in your joints. So those are kind of things that we always refer to: tuck your hips, heavy tailbone. We say it. I'm going to have one person one day target my classes for the day and do a clicker on how many times I actually say it, because that's really the key to it. If you can do it in Pilates or whatever you're doing, running, heavy lifting, to have that be the rooting system for whatever you do is the best way to form your body mechanics. So that's what I refer to it as, the whole corset, everything.
So I never thought of it as core set. Like the whole thing.
I have never thought of it as a core set. I just had a little light bulb. So thanks for that. I will always give you credit for that.
I also love how whenever you walk into a class, there are people from all ages.
Yes.
Pregnant women, girls in college, women in their 70s. It's just so, and sometimes guys, We do
have our share of men that come. We do a date night, which is always fun. We used to take it and bring the men to classic. They can do it. They really can. It's a little defeating for them because their bodies don't quite have some of the flexibility. You don't need flexibility, but when you're with a group of people and they're all getting their seats down low and it just feels different for the men, they kind of give up too early. So with the launch of Define, we've changed our date nights to where we can have them come to a class that they can enjoy, because it's really at the end of the day, it's about enjoying getting your body moving.
Yeah.
You don't want to hate what you're doing.
Right.
Or don't
feel like
do it.
You can't.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's a lot of mental. So, and they struggle with some of the parts in Define, but for the most part, they have a great time. And it gives them a lot of respect for their wives or their girlfriends or their significant others, because a lot of these women do this class every day. They'll do some sort of variation of Pure Barre every single day or 5 days a week or whatever it is. So it kind of lets them know that this is not an easy workout. It's,
right.
So it's good. So we do have them. But going back to your question, we have all age brackets. We have all fitness levels. So when we start people off, we have them, there's like a free class that you can take that kind of gives you an overview of all the formats. It's 30 minutes. After that, coming into the regular schedule, we just put you in it because every single class and everything we do is modifiable for where you are. So we can meet you wherever you are on your journey program, on your fitness program, so that we can help you out. And say, okay, everybody's got to start someplace. So start with us, and then we'll work you through it until you gain a little more strength and build that confidence.
Yeah.
It's really fun to watch someone who's like, this is their first class, and you always feel like a fish out of water. You just don't know really what anyone's doing yet. And then like 5-6 classes in, you start getting it. And it's really cool to see people gain confidence, because I remember it took me several classes and I was like, I feel like an idiot. Like,
yes.
I don't know what any of these words mean. And it was very overwhelming, but I'm so glad I stuck with it. And I used to be very religious about it, and I've fallen off because life gets busy.
Sure.
But I always go back to it. It's one of my favorite workouts, and it's so effective and so fun too.
It's a lot of fun. It is a technique class. So I tell people who are starting, if you wanted to learn Spanish, I wouldn't just toss you in in a class where people were completely fluent and think that I would know what you're talking about. You got to learn the vocabulary. You got to learn to build the sentence structure. You've got to take your time to get into it. So learn it. Give yourself some grace to figure something new. Be proud of yourself that you are learning something new, because people shy away from it. They want what they know. So learn it, embrace it, let your body go through this change. And then you're going to see where it's really the best thing for your body.
Yeah. I could definitely see kind of peppering it in with other types of exercises so that you can strengthen those stability muscles along with everything else.
Sure. Some people do it just Pure Barre all the time. Some people supplement Pure Barre and other workouts together. It just depends on what you want. We have members that do everything. We have memberships that allow for all kinds of different opportunities. It's not just one size fits all with Pure Barre ever.
Yeah, I like that. You can either go to a class, you can get a 4-pack or 8-pack or unlimited.
Sure. It just depends on how often you think you're coming.
Tell us a little bit about membership and what membership is like how you can purchase a membership. Is it a monthly membership? Is it a package?
It is. So we, to start off, depending on what you want to do, it's 3 months of a commitment. There's a reason behind it. It's because anytime you start something new, you need to give yourself some time that you're like, okay, I'm taking out this amount of my time and this much of a commitment. So we just force you into the commitment. So it's 3 months.
And how many times are recommended in that 3 months? Like if you're just getting started, you would go 2 times a week, 3 times a week?
We have people who do, it just depends.
Okay.
Some people with their schedules can only do 2 times a week. Some people with their schedules want to push for that 3. I would not suggest coming 5 times a week if you're brand new into fitness.
Right.
If you're rolling into Pure Barre and you're already physically fit and doing something else, you can come as much as you want. Because each class is different.
Okay.
So it just depends on what you're looking for. It's very personalized. We have clients that just like Define. They just like that heavy weightlifting class. And I will encourage them, throw in an Align once a week just to get stretch it out.
Yeah.
And if they can, they can. If not, they don't.
So it's initially a 3-month recommended commitment.
Yeah, well, that's just what it is.
Okay.
It's just 3 months commitment. And then you can just add on from there.
Okay.
We have memberships that are 4 times a month. You could do them in the same week. It's just 4 times in that month you can do it. There's 8 times in a month, and there's unlimited.
Okay.
And there's a class pack, which we don't sell a whole lot of them because that's just over a 3-month period. You buy X amount of classes.
Okay.
There's a little discount on it, and there's a drop-in price. So it's just not cost effective. But the first class is always free. It is an engaged class, and they're all over the schedule. And you can either call the studio, you can go online, you can self-book into that class. Currently, we are doing a Fall Fit Challenge, which I have to get your name on that board.
I know.
It is it is 30 classes in 60 days.
Ooh.
So it's doable, and it's a big push. And we do this because we want to really try and, summer's gone, kids are back in school, everybody should be acclimating. So now we're going to get you back where you need to be and focus on your own personal health and get you into classes. So it's just a big push.
Just before the holidays.
Sure. We have challenges throughout the year, and nothing happens if you sign up and don't complete it. We don't take points off or put it on your permanent record. We just let it go. It's just for you to give yourself a benchmark to try and make it to X amount of classes. I live and die for a challenge because it makes sure that I'm planning my week around giving something to myself.
Right.
Yeah, definitely prioritizing your body and your health. I feel like it's so easy to not do that and just
So
put that on
easy.
Well, you can make
years.
excuses. I mean, there's a gazillion
It's
excuses.
the easiest thing to postpone.
Yes.
Like this morning, my house was a mess and I didn't want it to be a mess whenever y'all got here. So I was like, you know what? I'll just work out later. And like, if you do this all the time, then you just completely fall off the wagon.
I find it's wonderful for me to always have an accountability partner.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I have a built-in accountability partner because I work there. And if I don't go, people will call me and say,
They notice.
say, I noticed that you weren't. Yeah. So, I mean, there's a lot. But it's nice especially when you're first starting out and you might be a little sore and you might be like, gosh, I gotta push again tomorrow or push again the next day. It's really, really great to have that one friend that's like, come on, let's just do it.
Yeah.
Let's just go and do it together.
Yeah, that accountability partner needs to be somebody that's going to push you and not just be like, oh, you're sore. I'm sore too. Let's skip.
Right.
I mean, that really, you need to select that person very specifically because it would be very easy to be like, okay, I know that Jackie's going to let me just kind of lay back whenever
I'm an
I don't
enabler.
want to.
You're sore. Let's relax.
Like, y'all need me as the accountability partner.
Tanya doesn't let anyone
Because
off the hook.
I'll call you. And I'm not above it. I'm like, hi, I'll Instagram you and be like, I haven't seen you on the schedule and I looked. So what's going on here? So it's also great for the age groups that we talked about. We have people who are 70s, late 70s, and we have people who are 16. So it kind of, again, runs the gambit across.
Yeah.
And most of those women in their 70s are kicking everyone else's butts.
It's a little embarrassing. We did, Kayla, the new owner, she took a class. She was, I think, 37 weeks pregnant. And I had to push because I was like, I can't let a pregnant woman not modify, if I am. We were in a staff class, so it was just fun. But it was kind of fun that I was taking myself and putting it up against her going, I can't give up. I've got to keep giving at 100% of where I am. And I know I'm more than where I'm pretending to be right now. Yeah. So there is that fun that you get to work with people. And we have a community. That's another thing that I like.
So good.
It really is. If something's going on, we're going to see about you.
Community is like the thing, I think, for exercise. Initially going into a new class like that where everything is new, the people are new, the structure is new, the movements are new, it can be very intimidating. And I'll say that I have been very intimidated in a class because I'm not very graceful, I mean, I can lift up a lot of weight, but it's not with grace. It's not pretty. And if I'm going into something, and this is how I felt personally, going into something that's based on ballet where everything is graceful, like I'm what is the bull in a china shop? Like it's just not pretty. So that can be intimidating. But if you walk in and feel accepted, and feel like, okay, even though you're new, we can all do this. Like you're able and you're welcome here. That makes all the difference in the world. It really does.
I find our members are genuinely so excited with new people and so excited. I think that across all of the members and the staff, there's such a love for what we do and what we offer, and we want to share it with people. It kind of overflows that, you're here, great. And if you don't feel like you did it today, it's okay. We all felt like that.
There's no judginess.
No. There's very little cattiness and pettiness. And I mean, maybe when I'm not looking, because, I don't see it. I don't feel it. I've always felt very welcome. A lot of our members become friends because people kind of gravitate toward the same class times. And so it's really fun that they'll say, oh, we want to have coffee after, or we're going to do this, or you'll see them on their social media doing stuff together. And it all started with them being able to work out together.
It's good to hear that you'll have a community where it feels very genuine and everyone is rooting for everyone to succeed no matter where you start.
It's so genuine too. Like,
it really is.
Y'all know our names, like, hey, Jackie, and just, it's fun. No one's rude to each other.
If we don't know your name, we'll go ask, and other people will. And we try and assign new clients with a veteran client, and we'll just put them next to each other and be like, you can watch her. And then it just naturally buds a conversation. I don't have the bandwidth in my world and in my mind for the nasty drama. I don't have it, and I can't tolerate it. So if that was what I was seeing, I would either have to change it or jump out of it for my own sanity and for my own, kind of preservation. But it's not what it is. It's so nice.
That's good to hear.
The classes are typically 50 minutes. And, I often tell people, for this next 50 minutes, You don't have to think about anything. I'm going to tell you exactly what to do. I'm going to tell you what to do. And if you're not doing it and you went off on your head, I'm going to help you fix it. I'm going to bring you right back here. Every bit of your problems are waiting for you when you leave the doors. But for the next 50 minutes, you get to just be with yourself. So settle into it.
Yeah.
Relax into it. You have no idea what you're going to sort out by the time you leave this room, because give it a rest. Just stop thinking and just come on, take the time. So it's kind of funny because in the holiday, I get on my big soapbox because I'm like, this is the time you have to schedule your classes. Schedule them, make them priority, because if not, you're no good for anybody else.
Right.
So the busier you are, it seems like it wouldn't make sense, but the busier you are, the more you need some sort of outlet. Because if not, you'll lose it. You'll eat your house and you'll bark at your kids.
So
and
true.
It's just never a good formula not to have an outlet of sorts.
Right. I definitely agree with that.
100%. I started biking. This is not Pure Barre related,
Nice.
but I started biking a couple days ago, and it's just been so fun to just like, I'm aggravated, I'm going to ride my bike, just get out of the house. So now I got to figure out if y'all have a bike rack so I can bike to Pure Barre.
We do not have a bike rack,
I have to
but
roll
we
it
could
into the
always roll it
studio.
in.
Worried about that.
Well, yeah, we'll cross that bridge.
Yeah, get
Just
some cardio before my
right. Come on in. Let's go. I'm all for it. We have people who jog
I'm not
to
that
the
brave.
studio, and
Yeah.
I'm like, God, I'm like, you got to jog back.
Yeah, I would need a ride home.
I'm like, but her husband comes and picks her up sometimes. It's a great
that's
thing
nice.
for her.
That's why you make friends, so somebody can give you a ride home.
Exactly.
Right,
Exactly. I always offer. I'll bring you home, because that's the jogging.
Yeah.
We talked about it earlier. You missed it. I cannot stand to run. I get very, very, very angry, and so no one wants
hate
me to
it.
run anywhere.
I hate it. I did one 5K and did not train at all. We did one jog beforehand, like months before. Like, we're gonna train for this thing, and we hated it so much that we never did it again until the day of, and it was brutal. So let's talk about the recent ownership change that you guys just
okay,
had.
great, yeah.
Laura Rafferty was the previous owner. and
Fabulous, my friends.
So sweet. I love her. Good friend. But Kayla O'Neill just purchased
Yes,
it.
yes.
Talk a little bit about that.
She's absolutely wonderful. Laura did a great job. And
She's who brought Pure Barre to
yes,
Lafayette.
yes, she opened it 10 years ago.
It's a franchise?
Yes,
Okay.
it is. Yes. She brought it to Lafayette and she ran it beautifully for years. Her husband got a job and they had to relocate. So she ran it for a little while, a couple of months while she was living in Phoenix, and Kayla bought it. And it's been great. Kayla's wonderful. We love her dearly. She bought it, then had a baby. So I don't know how she manages her life, but she's killing it. Like, she's definitely someone to aspire up to try and get low. Her low is like my high. So she's doing a great job. She's bringing a lot of different energy to the studio. She just added 6 more classes onto the permanent schedule.
Okay.
So we're growing and we're changing different times to be able to hit other people and other people's availability to come.
Like, what's the earliest class and the latest class in the evenings?
Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we have 5:30 a.m. class.
Okay.
Tuesdays and Thursdays, we have 6:30 a.m. classes. Those
Okay.
are 2 new ones. Then every day we have 8:30, 9:30. Every day we have noon. Then a few days a week, we have 3:30. Every day has 4:30. And every day has either 5:30 or 5:45.
Okay.
So it depends on the day. There are a ton of classes. And on Saturdays, we either have 2 or 3, and Sundays we have 2.
So lots of times to get your 30 and 60 days. Lots of opportunity.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, definitely. And we do other fun classes, which I get to lead one this Saturday. It's called a focus class. And you've done it before.
Yeah. Like an intensive.
Yes, yes. And we'll throw together something different. We can isolate a body part. We can isolate a class and break it down. The one that I'm teaching is 60 minutes. And it's all 4 of our formats all together mushed into one
Ew,
class.
wow.
So it's going to be a fun one.
I think we need some rapid fire questions.
Oh, goodness. Okay, let's go.
Favorite bar move to teach and favorite one to do yourself?
Well, I like a challenge, so I'm going to teach something a lot harder than I'm going to want to take. So let's see. In classic, I love a reverse chair. And it's like a wall sit. So think about a wall sit with your heels high and doing weird things with your arms. Or we can lift a leg. Sometimes you're one-legged.
This is me like trembling like this at this point.
I automatically feel a foot cramp coming. With that.
It's
like I
you'll
can
feel the whole
right
body
now.
cramp. Yes.
Yeah.
Favorite to take. I like a pop hop. So I like some of the cardio sprints. It's just like a squat and you hop at the top. It's kind of weird, but it's kind of my favorite.
That's a fun one
And
to say.
I know, I will say, okay, it's my favorite. So, and then
What's your go-to post-class snack or meal? Be careful, there's a dietitian.
I know, which is why you saw, right?
The pause.
Zero judgment.
Let's see. Post-class. Oh, it's so bad.
It's okay.
It's so bad. There might be a bone broth. It's high protein, and or there might be a yogurt and a meat stick.
I don't think that's bad.
Okay, good.
That's not
It's not
bad.
like you said Popeyes or something.
Oh no.
We did have somebody in here talking about Popeyes stuff.
Yeah.
So
We don't condone Popeyes.
Yeah, Popeyes kind of freaks me out. I wish I loved it. I wish I could eat it, but I know that they only change their grease once a week. So that freaks me out.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
If only we knew more facts like that about
Right.
fast food
And
restaurants.
this is what rolls around in my head. So I starve a lot. Yeah. I keep snacks in my car.
If you could only listen to one song during class forever, what would it be?
Oh, I don't know the name of it, but it is a Snoop Dogg song.
Sing it for us.
karaoke.
If I could, but it's kind of funny because when we have it in our class, every instructor works 3 times harder just during that song.
That's awesome. Grip socks. Mm-hmm. Plain and simple or fun patterns and colors?
Fun patterns and
I
colors.
mean, come on. What kind of question is this?
Right?
My favorite, I bought them years ago. It's a little unicorn pool floaty.
Oh, I know exactly
Baby
that one.
blue.
Mhm.
I love them so much.
So what are the grip socks? Let's talk about grip socks.
So we don't work out in shoes. We work out in socks, and we work on a lightly carpeted floor. So the grip socks provide something for you to push against. It creates that friction. So when you'll know when you need new socks because you'll be in a plank and you'll slide. And it's terrible because you have to work that much harder to keep the position.
Yeah.
So it just makes it, some people come for the first class and they're like, I don't want to buy a pair of socks. I'm like, great, but you're going to
you're gonna be slipping and sliding.
Yeah, you'll be unhappy at the end of the class. So it's just a fun way to kind of show your personality. We have knee socks, which are my favorite. We have ankle socks. I call them ones with air condition. They're kind of like the Mary Janes. We have sparkles. Sometimes we have theme socks.
So everybody wears grip socks.
Everybody
No
wears grip
shoes.
socks.
Okay.
Yes. Once you're in the studio, because we do work on the carpet, sometimes in a plank and some ab series, we don't let shoes in there. So we try and keep it as not gross as possible.
So what about people with flat feet problems?
Flat feet problems. They do okay. We just sometimes with people
Because
who
like
are
I almost need shoes to do certain things.
correct. So we would work with you on an individual basis on where your comfort level was on if you're going up on your high
different
heels
routines.
or
Okay.
So
That's cool.
it's kind of
I hadn't thought about that, but that might be why I struggle in Pure Barre because my feet are flat. That's my excuse for today.
right. Well, we have people with flat feet. We have people with plantar fasciitis. We have people with high arches. We have people with bunions. We have, we run the gamut on foot issues. We run the gamut on knee issues, shoulder issues. We modify everything.
Gotcha.
So it's kind of the most important thing I can say is if you do have a health problem or some sort of bodily concern, anything you do, tell your instructor because it's much nicer to know on the front end than when you're in the middle of it and they're like, oh my God, my foot's killing me. I'm like, well, what's going on? I have flat. I'm like, oh, well.
Or I ruptured
good.
my Achilles in
Yeah,
December.
exactly.
Okay.
Or I blew my knee out and this is my first class back. I mean, it's all those things that are really great
Right.
to know on the front end. So we can stop you from
Re-injuring.
trying to, yes. I mean, we're all about keeping you whole.
Right.
Because if you hurt yourself, then you're out,
Right.
so it doesn't make any sense.
What's one wellness habit outside of bar that you swear by?
Food, like you got to eat right. You can't eat garbage. I mean, you can't.
Sounds like you
just-
do. No.
Listen, I am haunted by a Cheeto, but I won't eat it because it makes me feel bad. So I think that Jackie and I were talking about this, and this, of course, you know this. Obviously, people think that I'm going to go take this class and I can eat whatever I want. And that's just not,
You can't out-exercise a bad diet.
Especially after a certain age.
Right. Well, I tell my children, I said, if I gifted you a Lamborghini, what would you do? So would you put cheap, funky gas in it? Would you not service its engine? Would you just ignore its inner workings and its
I'd probably
maintenance?
sell it.
Right? Keep the cash. So I tell them, I'm like, your body is even better than a Lamborghini, and you got this your whole life. So what are you going to do to it? So I think fueling your body well, I'm not going to tell you I'm not going to eat cake. I will sometimes maybe eat a Popeyes something and hate myself for it. But I think for the most part, I give my body what it needs and what it wants, and
makes
try
you
and
feel
at least
good.
control. It does, and I don't want to feel bad.
What's the funniest or most unexpected thing you've seen happen in class?
We have a member, and she's sweet. She's just getting into her fitness, and she makes my heart so happy that when she is in my class, I am so excited. If she needs to take a break, instead of just giving up, she just turns around and dances.
Yeah.
She just kind of dances in her spot, and she claps for everybody when they finish. She is literally the sweetest human in the entire world, and she makes me so happy.
That's awesome. I love that.
Cute.
She's great.
That goes back to like the community there. It's just everybody happy for everybody. If you had to describe Pure Barre in 3 words, what would they be?
So much fun.
Right?
Best time ever.
Right. I say that
Do you
often.
really?
Yes. I would say 3 words: intense, fun, life-changing. I'm going to call that hyphenated.
Okay.
Okay.
That counts as one.
And that's it. And I think Jackie might have one final question for you
Final question is,
Oh, gosh.
we ask all of our guests
Oh, goodness.
at the end of it,
before we let them go.
before we let them go.
Okay.
It's become what I say, and now he makes me feel like I have everyone prisoner.
Right.
Before we let you go, what does living vividly mean to you?
Living vividly means to me living the best part or the best person that you can be. So living with your own personal integrity, your own personal moralities, your own personal visions, and to bring goodness into the world. So I always tell my children, you can go through your life and you can be right all the time, or you can go through your life and be kind all the time. And so that, to me, living vividly is to go forth with kindness and with just love and genuine good feelings for other people.
Thanks for listening to Living Vividly. If you enjoyed today's episode, please leave us a review and subscribe. We'd love to hear from you. For more resources and details from today's discussion, check out the show notes. Until next time, keep living vividly.